So, in this lecture, we would like to discuss the most important concept of public opinion as formulated by Professor Walter Lippmann in his Stereotypes and in his work The Public Opinion and the Phantom Public. He explained the stereotypes. So, Professor Walter Lippmann has investigated into the interconnection between man and his environment in the opinion forming process. According to him, generally speaking, man's political ideas are shaped by information gathered from his surroundings. When an individual witnesses or participates in an event, he gathers first hand information that can be accepted with some degree of confidence. But in most cases, owing to the complexity of the modern world, the individual today has to rely for information upon secondary sources like the print media and the electronics and audio media such as the newspaper, magazines, journals, television, radio, and the mass media, etc. Because of human imperfection and the defects in the communication process, the secondary sources are expected to supply incomplete information of the reality outside. Thus, rational consideration on matters of public policy are rendered impossible by a combination of memory, imagination, prejudice, emotion, and fragmentary information. Being isolated from the direct source of reality, the individual lives in a distorted world of incomplete information. So, Professor Walter Lippmann provides the very best on imperfect judgments at the pictures in his head, so he acts upon certain fixed patterns of thought which he calls stereotypes. His thought process conforms to these stereotypes. This set or rigid thought patterns are apt to distort the fact of reality, and what is lost in this process is objectivity of judgment. So, the existence of political public opinion in the conventional sense has also been refuted with the help of psychology and sociology. The traditional idea of rational man has been questioned on the ground of natural inequality of man in intellectual capacity. Contemporary issues in the fields of national and international politics are so complex that they can hardly be comprehended by the mediocrity. Hence, it is well nigh impossible for the people to form and express any opinion on these tangled issues of today. nor can the people find time to study the details of public affairs. As in this competitive world, they are to work hard and long to earn a living. So, in the view of these considerations, Professor Walter Lippmann concludes that so far as opinion is concerned, the general public is as it were led by the nose. A microscopic minority alone is found to possess the intellectual capacity to grasp the significance of the complex events. It is the minority which creates opinion. The public support or reject a proposal in accordance with the dictates of the opinion creating minority. But the criticism labeled against this idea of public opinion have passed the way for a redefinition of the concept. So, any collection of individual opinions is now designated as public opinion. The term public is now supposed to mean essentially a segment of society. Obviously, therefore, there may be different kinds of public. A particular type of public may be distinguished by referring to the interests shared in common by the group involved. Accordingly, the labor union, business organization, etc., fall in this category. Again, public may be geographically identified on the basis of village, city, etc. Of these public, some, like the political party members, are relatively permanent. Others may be temporarily formed through short duration. Contexts like the audience in a public meeting. So a public becomes politically significant when its influence is brought to bear on matters of public policy. Public opinion is the expression of all those members of a group who are giving attention in any way to a given issue. So, in particular, we discuss Professor Walter Lippmann's stereotypes, which he laid down in his very important work, Public Opinion and the Phantom Public. And in our next upcoming lecture, we would like to discuss those agencies which led for the formation of public opinion. So, among those agencies forming public opinion, the most important is the press, the print media, and the electronic media, the cinema, television, radio, and role of social media. Political parties, how they also led for the formulation of public opinion. So also the assemblies and meetings of peoples and such platforms where public participate in political meetings, also educational institutions also help in formation of public opinion, and last but not the least one, that we found how legislature is influenced in formation of public opinion. So all these we would like to discuss in our upcoming